Welcome back to Larry's Cabin Builders. Last time around we had a bit of a risky run on the road, but taking out 2 runners that I didn't have to kill myself was just worth the risk. We did take a little bit of a pummeling there, nothing horrendous or anything. We also note that our wood axe is getting 50%, give or take. That's making me very nervous. So that's a thing. We do have a Glock with 1 bullet. We might be saving that for ourselves. We got some crafting we'd like to do here. And I went and I grabbed the thermos. And in fact, actually, now that I think about that note, we don't need this anymore. I went and grabbed the things out of the building. We don't need them anymore. I figured if I were going to make water, I may as well grab the thermos here too. A couple things. I was in the right menu. I was just typing the wrong thing or just too impatient. If I just scroll down here, we actually had what we need. You need either screwdriving or prying to take apart furniture. As you can see, you can build basically every piece of thing in the game. So this is what we want, deconstruct terrain. But before we do that, I want to do a couple other things. We're gonna make a crafting spot. If I did it correctly. Make a crafting spot. Okay, hang on. Maybe this is different than I'm used to. Oh, it won't let me set it on the table. Really? All right, it should use the table. I just wanted to make sure that it was gonna do the table when we were crafting. All right, I am gonna make a firewood source. No, you better work. There we go. So anything I put here, my character will automatically grab and add to the fire as it's dying down. Very, very nice rather than trying to manually do that. All right, then let's deconstruct the table. Nuts and bolts, some steel fragments, and some planks. Yes. Oversized crow spotted. I'm going to say ignore. Now be very careful when you're doing these big jobs, because just like with the zombies when I was trying to smash, things love to come up next to you while you're doing this. All right, I'm going to take, I think, 2 of those apart, and then I'm going to use my advanced inventory management. All right, so everything around me, I want the planks to move to my left. There we go. And then I'm going to drag everything here, there. Just a couple fast ways of moving inventory around. And then here, I think same thing. We're going to haul everything that's here over to here and then stop. All right, now hopefully I have everything I need to start a fire. If I do that, start a fire. You'll need some tinder. Okay, so I went and, since I was moving over to the house anyways, I grabbed some pine boughs. That's just like a branch of a pine, basically. That counts as a tinder, I guess. Do I have my lighter on me? I do. If we do this, we're gonna start a fire. Need some tinder. Okay, that apparently is not good enough for tinder. Let's see then. We were looking in here before. Other tinder. Cloth package, pine bough. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do it via. Apparently, we can use pine cones too. Let's do it via pine cone. And not that menu. And we'll go to recent, you, and I'll do that again. Store it in my inventory. Kind of interesting that we're not using this table to craft with. Normally they are pretty excited to do that. Maybe it's compass directions for some reason. Let's try that again. Start a fire with tinder. And I'm gonna drop the tinder that's in my hands and that tinder too. Okay, we have a fire and we have stuff to put in the fire. Next, I would just like to boil some water, clean water. Apparently, we could also make some tea. Is that true? No, I don't have it here. All right, clean water. Now, I want to do... I just click that. Okay, that only made 1. We're going to pour that into a container. I guess we'll just throw that into the thermos for now. That is not how I want to do that, though. I want to do that via a batch. We can make sweet water. Just add some sugar or honey to water. A good way to get some calories, I guess. Okay, clean water. I want batch. What is my batch? B for batch. All right, now I believe a gallon jug fits 14 water. I brought I have 3 jugs here, and I brought 2 that have dirty water in it right now. So that would be 29, because I already made, because I made 1 already. So let's do a batch of 29 clean water. It's more efficient to batch, and it's just a lot less clicking. You mutate. All right, we're going to ignore this distraction. We're very excited about it, but I want to finish my batch. We'll look at it here in a second. All right, we're going to pour into container. So I am going to go ahead and put it in the thermos. Pour into container, gallon jug. Pour into container, gallon jug. All right, so if we look here, we now have 30 clean water. That is very nice. Now it's hot, so I mean, it's not delicious at the moment, but sure, it's fine. I also have half-liter glass jar. All right, let me grab that. Let's go get some more water. Pour into a container, the glass jar. Also, okay, I threw away the empty pill bottle that we had. We just obviously don't need it. All right, and I would like to make food. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right, cool, cool, cool. I'm just gonna zip through these news. Is there a way I can reset filter, mark all as red? Yes. All right, and it's probably faster just to close that and reopen it. All right, food. We could boil that potato. Clean water or have water. All right, let's, we can boil it, we can mash it. We have some butter to go with. You know what? You know what? I do love a good mashed potato. All right, we'll use just the regular water. We'll use a little bit of the seasoned salt. Oh, we get some Italian seasoning for this. Some butter. You craft mashed potatoes from memory. Remember mashed potatoes? I do. We are also dehydrated, so. Old. Oh. Apparently some of our ingredients weren't great. All right, so let's take a... No, this is very dangerous having that. You know what? Let's immediately clean that 1 water. Pour it into a container. Into that gallon jug. I don't want to have that, so I actually end up drinking it. All right, so let's have our mashed potatoes. Some calories, some quench, some joy. Nom nom, nom nom. And then let's drink some water. We are dehydrated currently. Man, we are really dehydrated. No. I'm still thirsty after drinking that much water, but our stomach is full. Okay, mutation. Oh la la. Well, in our horrible nightmare that ended in Amigo, we got very hairy. So, I mean, that's cool. I'm a hairy dude, I suppose. But this time around, your muscles are a little stronger. +1 strength. I mean, it's no night vision, right? But I will take that. That puts our strength up to currently 12, but I think it should actually be 13, but our stats are a little buoyed by our wounds and our being tired and thirsty, etc., etc. Okay, so things that are here. Okay, we drank all the water in our thermos. All right, let me grab this jug. Since we've gone through the effort of starting this fire and everything, let's pour into container, into the jug. And again, we're going to go to food. We're going to clean water. This is like, oh, I should have done that as a batch. Pour in container. This is one of the like basics of survival in real life and in game. You need water. You need water, and you need clean water. You never know what's in it in real life, and this would be just as bad. All right, now, it's nightfall. We've been working on making water for a long time. Having a fire run at night is really dangerous if you can't shut off the light, and I can't shut off the light here. So, unfortunately, that's going to have to be the end of that. So, let's pour it in there. Let's pour it in there. Let's pour it in there. Let's pour it. I'm literally just filling everything. I'm literally just filling everything with water. All right, well, as cool as this is, extinguish the fire. Because you just stand out like a beacon when it's dark and there's fire running. Okay, how did we do? Okay, our wariness is light. Our pain is gone. So I think we're going to get to work. Let's grab from here. Can't stash the iron pot. All right, we're okay, we're still thirsty. Hang on. We can't, obviously it wouldn't make any sense if we were walking around with a pot with water in it and throwing it like in our backpack. That's what's going on there. Okay, let's put, I do kind of want that flashlight on me. I'm putting this stuff away. Put those away. Hammer gets put away. Screwdriver set. Thermos. I think I'm going to keep the thermos on us. Put the tinder in there. All right, let's just do that. Oh, did I put it in the wrong place? All right, let's try that again. So this should be putting that in the bike. Is that true? I don't trust that because I think that's how we lost things. Grab the bike. Let go of the bike. Ah, that was not true. Why did that not work? That should have worked by the way I understand things. So I want to put it to my left. Okay, that's worn items. Oh, the motorcycle is X? You aren't in a container. Okay, yeah, this is the motorcycle. I don't know what happened there. Why didn't that not go there? All right, that should be correct now. All right, then in here, eat this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're turgid now. Grab our pot. Still have 4 water. I thought I drank the water that was in you. All right, you know what? We can leave it though. We're not running away or anything. So get our axe out. We have a flashlight which is off. Where is that flashlight being stored? It's in the backpack. Can I fit that? Hoodie. Insert flashlight. Yeah, I want that somewhere that we can get our hands on it pretty easy. We got 2 band-aids in our pocket. We got some aspirin and some alcohol wipes. Gallon jug and the thermos. Okay, so here somehow I guess I drank out of the thermos on accident. I would like to reload you. You refill the thermos with 4 clean water, which makes you empty. Yes. Okay. All right, we got there in the end, team. Cast iron pot in there. I'm gonna come over here. We are gonna interact. We're gonna pour into container the gallon jug. So this is some unclean water, but I just want it so that we can either just boil it here, or if we have to make a quick break for it, it's just extra water that I can bring with. So we have the thermos. We also have the gallon jug. What happened there? Unable to fit the jug in. Oh, it's full. Okay. Well, I'm not going to carry you around for now, so just chill here on the ground. If we have to abandon unclean water, we have to abandon it. So we have basically filled up the basket. Now, I could do some rearranging. I think we have some room in the toolbox, for example. We could stuff stuff, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, that was getting pretty spicy, and it's just a house. I don't care. I think we're going to try to get into the other side of the street, and we'll see what we can get there. Oh, I also did look up what we need to repair the riot armor. I was right. It's going to be some plastic chunks, but we need a plastic welder or maybe a soldering iron to do that repair. We also need some fabrication skill, which I don't believe have. We're at 19% of fabrication. And hey, look at that. We're at cooking 1 and we're 54% into the next one. That's not terrible. All right, now I can only see 2 right now, but I have a feeling that's because of my hockey mask. If we take that off, yeah. At night, that might be a little too much for us. Can I drop you in here? I do like having that on, but I need the vision. This is already not enough. If we could gain like 2 more squares, I think we could see zombies before they see us in the dark. And obviously that would be a huge advantage. But it is what it is. Okay, so now we've got the cash card in our pocket. We're not even gonna need that. That's if we were gonna buy... Well, there could be a vending machine around. All right, whatever. I can always throw it on the ground if we don't need it. All right, axe, please don't break tonight. I asked that of you. I didn't have time to craft a backup weapon. All right, in the skate park, we saw some bunch of skates. I just don't care. Scorecard. Do you score skating? I don't know. Okay, okay. We do know that there's a zombie child in here. Let's drop the backpack. That takes our torso to 25. 25? What are we having here? Encumbrance is 5 for the hoodie. All right, I think that's caused via you. No. What is going on there? Small cardboard box of what? Small cardboard box. The alcohol wipes? Unload. The cardboard box. Dump. The cardboard box. Still at 23. That definitely is affecting it. What else is going on here? Is it the holster that I added, maybe? No? Encumbrance 2, encumbrance 3. Alright, I think we're gonna drop the hoodie. Or do we drop the long sleeve shirt? Maybe we drop the long sleeve shirt. The hoodie has some storage, which is still of value to me. Where is my long sleeve shirt? Yeah, that is not acceptable amounts of encumbrance. Football armor, hoodie, utility vest, and holder. Still 21. Yeah, melee and thrown attack, movement point modifier. I don't love that. I don't love anything that's going on here. Why is that so hard all of a sudden? Huh. That's as low as I'm willing to take stuff off, though. I guess we could drop the utility vest. Drop the utility vest. Utility. It's also damaged, too. Okay, down to 20. I don't love that, but I guess that is what it is. All right, now here, do we have clean glass? Clean a broken window. Fabrication 0, doesn't need tools. Basically, we're just really carefully like, oh, it's too dark. You could really carefully remove the shards. It's also quiet compared to smashing it. All right, we're in. We know there's a zombie kid around. Let's just clear the house first before we do anything else. Last time we saw her through a window. Just unlocking that if that matters. Okay, there is a base. I'm going to close that because I'm not willing to clear that yet. Huh. I hate these damaged doors that are not going to let me open them. And I don't have the light to do repairs, and I don't have the... Okay, she must be on the other side. This is like a duplex, it looks like. Okay. Let's clear the basement too while we've already set all of our stuff down. Okay, that back door is open. What is this below me? Garbage bag, okay. Alright, we'll peek. We'll go down. Locked. We're on another Z level. I might be willing to make noise for that, but we're not going to do it until we loot the rest of the house. Okay, nope, and I don't want to go through broken glass. That's the last thing I need. Alright, well, where... Oh! They still have my backpack on me? No, I don't. Okay. For a second, I thought I figured out the mystery there. I also would like to grab that flashlight. Alright, so we got a couple pieces of clothes laying on the ground. A pea coat. So what? Yes. Large cardboard box. Skinny jeans. Some booze. I don't think we want to get boozed up. A penny. Cigarette butt. Yeah, let's actually come from this side. Bath toys. Comb, curling iron. Nope, nothing I care about. Band-aids, antiseptic, gummy vitamins, ibuprofen. Yes, to all those things. Let's eat a gummy vitamin. Bandana, sleeveless, a straw basket. Alright, we got some random food here. Okay, lemon, oranges, hard cheese, pine nuts. I'm gonna take the stuff that's kind of decent for me to eat. Butter knife. A $5 gift card for a retirement? All right. Don't spend it all in one place. Yeah, not that I'm ungrateful, but it always annoys me nowadays when, like, work or something, some function will give you a gift card for like $5 of coffee at some place, and the coffee is like $8. It's like, oh, thanks. Almost a coffee. I can really tell I'm really appreciated. Perfect. Peanut butter. Ooh, that's a calorie-dense food. Fruit jam. I already picked up a bunch of salt. I think we're gonna leave that alone for now. Yeah, we're looking for more like things that actually have some food to them. A survivor's note. He calls himself the man with the hands. Don't approach. I don't know what that means, but deal. I will not go to near any men who have hands. Sure. Drop that. Mortar and pestle. Again, that is actually kind of a nice item. I'm not too concerned about it right now. Outdoor extension cord. I'll take the super glue. Okay. A western shirt. Garbage bag. Ammonia. Cargo pants would be my, like, or leather pants, either or. Cargo pants gives me extra carrying capacity, but would slow us down, obviously. Diet caffeinated citrus soda. Leather pants would be a little bit of armor. A touring suit would be nice. Touring suit's like the kind of leather that bikers wear. Alright. Alright, so we started smashing it. Wait until we catch our breath. Alright, and what do we do to our axe? Alright, we didn't damage it. There's almost certain if there's something in here, it would have come while I was doing that, so... Son of a gun. Unless they're, cellar spiders. Giant cellar spiders. Alright. Nope. Homie, don't play that game. Nope. I don't need to be getting webbed or poisoned. All right, well, hopefully I have not unleashed that on the world. A raincoat. That was a pea coat, right? Yeah. All right, nothing else I care about there. All right, I would say this side is done. Oops. So the only thing we didn't get into was here. We can access that via this broken window. Okay, let's do that. Now, we're almost certainly going to run into that zombie kid, right? But let me... I don't want to lose these things. I will grab them. All right, let's drop... Let's do it over here. Restaurant advertising. Well, unfortunately, I've already read the restaurant. A zombie cop. Did that human body resurrect? Okay, man. I was having such a nice evening. I do kind of want him down. That's going to be a dangerous fight. All right, let's go to walk. I am going to fight that. I just want to pull away here so I can get my backpack off. All right, 20 torso encumbrance. And you know what? I'm going to preemptively pop an aspirin. It takes a while for that to take effect. All right, hey, bud. Are you blind or something? You're damaged, you're much slower than me. Okay, that's cool. Huh. Okay, I'm down. You send the zombie cop reeling for 52 damage, critical. All right. You know, yep. This is the same one. Well, hey, at least I took off the armor. That's what makes them so dangerous, is having that armor. All right, lesson learned. The human bodies actually get up now. They used to not do that, which was lore inaccurate, so good change. All right, we learned a valuable lesson today. Even if they look human, we need to smashy smash. That could have been a very expensive lesson in another world. That might be cargo pants. And I don't see the zombie kid. Okay. Let me go get my backpack. Notice how respectful I'm being. Making sure that I'm taking things off properly. Sports jersey, I mean, that would kind of be on brand. A teddy bear. I think teddy bears might help you sleep better. Let me look at that. A mass-produced plush teddy bear. It's wearing a little red t-shirt, but no pants. All right, we might drop that outside with the idea that we might pick it up later. Heels, a suitcase, a thick wool onesie. If it was gonna be winter, I'd be more interested in that. Compact checkers. Bon appetit. Yes, please. A silver watch, no. Okay, cargo pants, but a poor fit. I will grab those. We can resize. Maybe when we have some light and some time, we could work on our tailoring a little bit. An e-ink tablet PC that has full battery. That might be worth seeing what's on it. All right, I'm gonna leave it for now, but we might come back here. We might grab a pillow and blanket and sleep in that little shed. We may do that. Kind of ditto with this teddy bear. I guess I should have left it in there if I think I'm gonna go back. A bit of a disappointing house. Spiders, man. Freaking spiders. We're gonna need a lot of toilet paper for that one. All right, we have an open window. What is that? An upstairs and a downstairs in the entryway. And you can see here, we didn't see inside this house earlier. so we don't have this area mapped out. In fact, I should not be doing what I'm doing right now. Back up. We just got done talking about how we're going to respect it. Take the backpack off. Go clear the house. Then we'll come back for the gear. We're going to close everything. Okay, I'm not seeing a ton of like bash damage. But look at how bad our vision is. Zombie child claws your leg. All right, it's on a chair. This is probably my best chance. Okay, we got it. We did take a leg hit. It looks to be relatively minor. Sorry, kid. Nothing personal. I appreciate that you didn't ruin the place. And that's why we don't walk around with our backpack on when we're clearing new areas, especially when the weapon that we have is already slow and is already inaccurate. A dodgy thing like a zombie kid is very dangerous. Okay, that's locked. All right, I'm gonna pronounce this place clear so we get my bag. All right, let's see what we got. Also, why did that not have anything in it? Okay, no, it did. All right. A beanie. Heels. It looks like we were in a kid's room. Okay, not much else. Let's close that. That's gonna be my out if I need it. Oh, we already have a window I can use for out. Tank top, garbage. Why are there so many pennies in this house? Another toolbox. Looks like it's empty. Another hoodie. A large fire extinguisher. We're gonna grab that on the way out. We have a wrench, so I can take this apart. It'll give you a rubber hose, some scraps, and a jerry can. The jerry can's a pretty good sized container for liquids. Also would make it, if we want to refill vehicles, that'd kind of be my ideal. Motorcycle's gonna have a problem with space though. I don't really have a solution for that. Self-esteem for dummies. That's funny, but not today. Book of essays. Battle hammer. Oh man, I don't know if I can afford to play Battle Hammer in the apocalypse. Long underwear top. I really don't need extra. We seem to be just fine. Waistcoat. Okay. Painkiller acetaminophen. I don't actually know what that is. I've been very lucky in my life. I've only ever had to have pain meds when I had gum surgery. So I do not recognize that one. This one I think is an antipsychotic. Zolpidem. We'll take band-aids and the antiseptic. And you know what? I think we might... those are not bad wounds. I think I'm going to save it. Okay, a gallon jug. We could pour out the ammonia if we wanted the jug really badly, but I don't. Another large fire extinguisher. Why do they have so many fire extinguishers in this house? Buy local pamphlet. Okay, can I, by chance... I don't know if it's gonna be too dark. Small pamphlet advertising local goods and produce and places to purchase them. Using it will add roads, markets, butchers, bakers, and craft shops. It's too dark. I'm gonna grab that. Craft shops are pretty sweet locations. I love how this game does that, where you can find maps and advertisements, etc., etc. And then that will unlock bits of the map for you without actually having to go there. Oops. All right, grab a bunch of horseradish, if you're into that. Pot, steel fry. I've heard the Dutch oven is really, really good. It probably has like bake, if I had to guess, as a like a tool quality. Some tonic water, I guess. A bunch of butter. And we don't really... Okay, we already have water. I'll tell you what. No, I don't even need to drink it. I was gonna say I'll just drink it while I'm here. Although then again, drinking something that gives you the burps when you're hiding from zombies may not be a good idea. Yeah, I don't think I need any of that. Okay, activate, holster, yes. Grab you, wield. All right, I'm wielding the fire extinguisher. These, assuming it's a working fire extinguisher, they do work. You can use these to put out fires, which is pretty cool. All right, if we're walking back over there, we are getting moderately wary. This is... I don't think we should engage in any more fights. So that being the case... don't step in the black right. Let's come in here. Any of these sleepable? Not really. And this is the spider house too. Grab a pillow. And I can't fit the blanket anywhere, but I'll tell you what. I'm gonna wear the blanket. We definitely would not want to engage in a fight. We definitely would not want to engage in a fight like this. But can I sleep in one of these rooms? All the windows to the bedrooms are broken. Yeah, this is... All right. Well, not where I wanted to be, if I'm being honest. It's only 8:15, and we are so tired. I don't dare travel at night. For some reason, I had a nightmare about that, and that just felt like a bad idea. All right, give me... haul everything that's here. Stop hauling. Drop. I want to drop the pillow, the teddy bear, and from over here, the blanket, drop. All right, well, this is definitely not ideal. We have double windows that are see-through. Although sitting here, we're not super out in the open. I'm gonna drop this fire extinguisher there. Activity. Okay, so we could eat. I think we're gonna let that go. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go to our smartphone. Activate it. Recover. Oh, that was my smartphone. Waterproof smartphone case with a smartphone in it. Activate. Do I have a second smartphone on me? All right. Calorie intake tracker is what I want. This is going to use one energy from my phone. Okay, so we've had 1,677 calories today. A normal day you would want 2,000, so I will eat a little something. Let's get something out of here to eat. We are a little overweight, so I'm okay if we don't go crazy. How about we grab those pine nuts? That sounds good. Now we'll close that. Eat. We're not eating a bunch of butter or the pine nuts. Okay, 101 calories. Make us a little bit thirsty. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's about 2,000 calories. All right, now unfortunately this isn't a bed. This is just a corner in a shack. We do have a blanket, a pillow, and a teddy bear. We're going to attempt to do some sleeping here. Again, not the ideal location, but that town is just... there's too many broken things. I can't secure a room safely, so I think we're just going to chance it here. Famous last words, I know. So I would like to... $? Yeah, I dream about money too. Save game before sleeping. All right, now. Honestly, if I could have better night vision... night raiding is the way to go, but I don't really have the sight on any places to hit. So I think we just wake up tomorrow morning. So 8 hours would put me at 4 or something. I think we're just gonna set an alarm for 9 hours if we can sleep. Continue to try to fall asleep. What is it? It's 8:30. You're feeling a bit better rested from your exertion. Okay, our awareness is back up to light. All right, stop trying to fall asleep. Let's change that up. Are you sure you want to go to sleep? Yes. Let's just do 4 hours. We'll see if we can do it. Continue and don't ask again. Okay, we did manage to fall asleep. Our arms are healing a little bit. Our wariness is going up. Yeah, the wariness system I do like, because before it was only stamina. And so you basically, day 1, you would go all the way until morning and then sleep. But the wariness, you wake up feeling grouchy and foggy headed. I mean, that's okay. But the wariness kind of puts a limit on how much you can do. Okay, so it's 4 a.m. Okay, so didn't I set an alarm for 4 hours? Did I sleep through it? So sunrise, I don't know the exact time. Obviously not yet. It's too dark to do too much. I don't dare turn a light on here. If I could find a way to board up these windows, which we probably could have if I was that into it. But I'm not planning on living here. We're just stopping. Okay, I think we're gonna go back on another raid. So I do have some more junk on me. We're gonna try to put stuff in here. So butter, fruit jam, Bon Appetit, cargo pants. Yeah, we have a lot on me actually. Okay, not you guys. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Okay, those all seem to fit okay. Now, if I do an unload... Okay, some of this is not fitting. Let's drop on the table. Okay, a whole bunch of that didn't fit, actually. Alright, we'll come in, we'll sort this. Tomorrow morning, I think we're gonna do a little bit more of a drive. I like this location. I feel like this is a good entry into the town, what we're doing right now. The problem I'm having is this is not a place I can stay. This is very much a temporary thing. I'm not gonna bring the thermos with me either. All right, do that. 2 alcohol wipes, 2 band-aids, and a bunch of aspirin, and the flashlight. Okay, I do have a second. I see. Okay, I don't care about you. Drop. Where's this other smartphone? Where is this other smartphone? There, you. I don't want you. I don't know how I picked you up. Alright, we'll close that door. We are hungry. Hang on. Eat. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 400-ish calories. Have a little cheese to wipe it down. That's 650-ish. We could find some bread. We could make some jelly sandwiches. Okay. Good enough. Okay, we have our backpack on. We are relatively empty. Next we go. We have that down staircase. Man, I cannot believe that zombie cop, oh, good timing. Okay, at 4:13 the sun came up. Or at least there's some light. Great to know. Alright, got our axe out. Okay, that's not terrible. Northeast zombie. I think you're one of the ones that we downed. Yeah, you got like no HP. Alright, I think we're gonna try to deal with you. He just needs one little tap to put him down. And a fat zombie. I don't think we've dealt with you. Hey, bud. Are you fighting something? What is going on here? You're after the fox. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't like that. Yeah, stay down this time. Zombie. Okay, so yeah, look at that. We were in that house rummaging around. They were right outside. That's why it's important to stay quiet. 2 zombies. Alright, you coming this way, buddy? He's still not seeing me. Low light vision at the moment. I think he's up. No. Okay, what is this guy's problem? Come here, you. Got an extra dumb zombie here. Alright, let's come over here. We'll fight on the mailboxes. Sweep the zombie for 27 damage. What is this? A rolling trash bin. Okay, so people's garbage cans out front. Yep. Classic. That's exactly what we want to do. We just worked him around various bad terrain. I'm looking in the garbage can. Marbles are nice for sling ammo. Don't care about anything else there. 22 tiles for a zombie. Ah. Okay. Yes. Drop. Let's show respect here. We'll drop the bag. Yep. Well, this place is a mess. Alright, come here, buddy. Have you not seen me? What are you doing? Grabbing me is what you're doing. Handheld game. I mean, again, those can be nice for getting morale up. I don't have the space for it though. All right, we know there was another zombie. Is this? What's going on out here? All right, we're pretty sure there's one to the north of this. Zombie child. Way over there. All right. 2 zombies. Okay. 3 zombies. All right, that street is much spicier. So over here's where we're seeing them. Yeah, we kind of lucked out on this like edge of the city spot that we were at. I swear there was another zombie here. All right, well, it is what it is. Zombie, crawling zombie. Yeah, I think we're gonna go that way and we're gonna clear up that street. Okay, and birds are flying around. Got it. All right, but not yet because we have this. So we have a upstairs and a downstairs. So this is like maybe like a little apartment building. House. It just says house though. All right. I do not have the flashlight on me. I really... I need that. All right. I want the flashlight when we're going into like basements. All right, so I'm gonna peek down. Okay, I'm gonna activate the flashlight. I'm gonna peek down. All right. Notice how much safer that would be if it was, I don't know, full of spiders. All right, that should be off. Yes. Yeah, I'm leery about running out of... Okay, that's a pretty nice room. I want to make sure that you are clear before I start looting. We got to go back for our backpack. Okay. Some exercise equipment. And a nice... Yeah, this feels like an apartment building basement. Like a little I don't know, duplexy place. Locked. I don't know if this is just roof access. Let me... We go outside. Crawling zombie, that's fine. Peek up. Can I do that? No. Map, go up. Okay, that's showing, I believe that means there's a second story. All right. I wanted to confirm that because if I'm gonna invest some noise. Okay, that is not just roof access. We are gonna wait until we catch our breath. We're gonna smash. Okay, again, kind of dangerous making all that noise. Looks like that pays off though. Man, this would have been a much safer place, ironically enough, to spend the night. Okay, that's out to a balcony. No. Peek. Now, I do have, I don't even know if they call it experimental Z levels on. I think it might just be Z levels now, but, so we're seeing the roof because we're up higher, but we also, if there was a zombie here, we should, yeah, they're just out of range. We would be able to see them over there. Okay, we would have to board up that window. Being up or down a Z level is a lot safer, and in my opinion, higher is better because I could always jump out a window if I had to. You know, it wouldn't be fun, but if I had to jump out. Now, it's so unfortunate that that was locked. Not having a door here, it makes this place relatively unsafe. But we could pull these bookcases over and block it. All right, and having this door would have been nice, or window, I guess is what it was. Crawling zombie, yeah. All right, can I? No, it's locked. Crawling zombie. All right, where my bag? All right, so here's another thought. That place is ready to loot, but I don't need to do it this second. I highly doubt we're gonna get run out of town at the moment, at least. I guess let's just do a quick cursory loot. Let's start with the bottom. Basements can have some really nice stuff in them. Tends to be like odds and ends, but sometimes the odds and ends are exactly what you want. 3 toothbrush. Eggplant and an orange. Fresh produce, or at least something that hasn't gone bad. Always nice and appreciated. Okay, what is that? Short string. Never can have enough string. Hydrogen peroxide, yep. Large plastic sheet. If we were going to set up butchering stuff, that would be handy. A plastic apron. Plastic apron. Apron made from plastic that covers the body. Provides some protection against accidental chemical splashes. It's made of vinyl. All right. I don't think I need that. I was just debating putting that on, but I think I would want something thicker than that. What? Plastic. That's my pants. Plastic apron. There it is. All right, what do we got? A hole puncher, not very useful. Glass jar, a vacuum pump. The vacuum pump, we could vacuum seal containers. That's probably worth a note. A leather backpack with 5 items. All right, yes. So let me unload my backpack. Let me drop. Actually, no. Let me unfavorite you. The reason I want the other one is a leather is a tougher material. 142 and 90. 59. 142, 90, 59. Where the backpack. Unload. Actually, drop. What's in said backpack? Chemistry for kids. I think we already have one. A crime novel, a lunchbox. So what? I think we have a so what. I need to read those books so I know what I already have. All right, drop all that. And then let's just double check. We want to look at the leather backpack. 120, 90, 85, 59. Okay, so it can carry a little bit less weight, but again, I think I prefer the durability over the other one. And we have a spare backpack, I believe, at the bike. Okay, so I'm gonna favorite that. Puts it at the top and keeps it there. In fact, I should probably favorite you too. Keep that at the top. And then you insert. All right, put the eggplant. No, put the eggplant in there. Orange in there. Apparently I have the orange in my leather pants. Awkward. Put the string in there. I'm gonna keep the medicine in the pants. Okay, we didn't have much on us. All right, very happy with that find. Wrapper in the vacuum pump. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab that vacuum pump. We may just move it where it's easier to find later. Having it hidden in the middle of a downstairs thing isn't great. And you know what? I'll move you too. All right, we'll just put them right here. So we want to drop off backpack and the vacuum pump. All right, who knows? Maybe someday that could be. Although now that I think about it, that didn't say vacuum sealer. That might just be a vacuum pump for like a fridge. Zombie, yep. Okay, so let's go over here. Drop my backpack. All right, boyos. Time to go. Crawling, fat, double zombie. Nobody sees me. 37's the close one. Yeah, now, one of the things I mentioned, I think, at the beginning, this is a pretty combat-capable character compared to a regular survivor. This is a perfectly viable way to do things, but don't think that just because I'm able to kind of waltz in here pretty aggressively that any character could do this, or you're going to have a bad time. That crawling zombie hasn't seen me here somehow. Why are these zombies so lazy? Why are you guys not being like more aggressive? Normally they like can't wait to trip over themselves to get to me. There he goes. He finally triggered. All right, he's a crawler, so he's gonna be super slow. I think he might also have better chances of hitting your legs. Yeah. Now, did I smash you? Hope, yes. Did I smash you? No. All right, he might pop back up when we walk close, so I'm not gonna jump because I know that he might get back up. Okay, we got one in the house that's now interested in us. Cool. All right. You don't have to smash things, man. You could just come out the window. So he set the alarm off again. All right. Man. Yeah, not getting grabbed by them is super important, because when they are grabbed is when they go for the bites. And when you get the bites is when you get the infections. And when you get the infections, you are very sad. All right, so he did set off an alarm. Anything that's over here probably is already over here, though. Okay, that fat guy is now interested. Come here, buddy. Yep, come here. Okay, you got a spicy one here. There you go. All right, come stumble through this thick grass. Okay, now stumble through this gravestone. Yep. Cigarettes. Nope, we're not a smoker. Okay, we are a little chilly. I mean, like, so hard to dress for the apocalypse. You just never know what the weather's going to be like. Headless zombie, a normal zombie, a decayed zombie. You have 1 HP. Okay, so you're probably something that was fighting crows. We do not want that. Always have a safe vector, preferably 2 or 3, of how you're going to leave. And my safe way to leave is this direction. We definitely cannot stand. Nope. Just big nope. Another smoker. I don't know how realistic it is that there are all these smokers. I mean, I think smoking's really been on a downtrend for a long time. I'm going to search a few of these shrubs too while I'm here. That will raise our... what do they call it now? Ecology skill. We're at 70%. You know what? Let's take 5. With that alarm going off, it doesn't hurt to give them a second to settle down. How are we doing on skill? 71. Okay, so we would need to open a lot of these. We found something. Some wild roots. I mean, we could eat that in theory. I'm not that desperate at the moment. We just have better options, but this game does have seasons. So spring, whatever would be in spring, is food that we might be able to scavenge up out here. We saw that blackberry bush, for example, around that one home. Later on, there might have actual blackberries. Why? Okay, another... Okay, I think they're fighting crows and getting pulled out here. But again, this is kind of my way of leaving. Where did you go? I do not like the idea that there are some of these out here. I do appreciate that they killed all those giant crows, though. I really appreciate that, actually. I would much rather fight zombies than crows because I can hit zombies. Okay, a bunch of junk. Honeydew. Giant aphids, probably. I think you can eat that if you have to. But I think it also, generally speaking, the mutant animals aren't good to be eating. They have like a toxin in them. Yeah, see, there's a blackberry bush. So you generally wouldn't want to eat that, I think. Although you have some level of tolerance. I don't know specifically for the honeydew, but I'm just thinking one of the ways you used to survive was you'd kill giant mutant ants. And you could butcher and eat that forever and ever and ever. A feral human. He's out of sight for now, so we'll ignore. I would like to down him while we have the chance. Hey, buddy. Come here. You see me? You don't see. A thorny shambler. I think we saw him before, maybe? Giant aphid. Got a lot of wildlife that's kind of like making its way into town. Alright, you interested now, feral human? You're not. Very curious. Normally it's like the second they see you, they are all about that. He's 43 away. Still not interested. Treats him like one of its own, has a pipe. Okay. How are we not aggroing you at 36? $33. 30. Is there something wrong with him? I mean, I'm very interested in taking out furls. The last thing I need is to be running away from zombies or something and have a furl open a door or something on me. Okay, we see a lot of zombies that they're just not interested. I am 22 away from this guy. There we go. Wow. That's amazing that he was that chill. All right, well, we got him woken up. All right, come on, buddy. Hey, I got him in some grass. Feral human hits your head with a pipe. Oh, no. All right, this is why it's important that we have a hard hat. Hits my right hand with the pipe. Hits your torso, but the armor protects you. Hits your torso with the pipe. You smash the feral human in the leg for 38 damage. I can't believe we got him in the long grass. He had a bronze medal. She had a bronze medal. All right. Smash you. Ignore. Okay, there's a basketball court here. I don't care about that much. All right, I'm not super into having this giant street brawl at the moment. I kind of taking targets of opportunity here, but what I am interested in is the condition of this car. The most damaged thing is a security system. It doesn't have any batteries. What does? Oh, it's damaged, but not the most damaged, but it has no charge. All right, vetoed. Where are we at? Okay, we're on that side of town. Okay, so again, we could start coming in from that direction to raid. There's that gun store. Gun stores tend to have a lot of furls around them. Makes me leery. Okay, I don't want to draw anything over here. We might come into town via that angle later. That's the... Is this the boarded up house? No, this is something different. Have I been in there? It doesn't look like I have. Now, you will start forgetting some of the map. Yeah, I don't think we made it that far. Yeah, we were trying. This is the house that has the alarms. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say we've searched the cemetery and the house below it. All right, and then have I... Okay, we've not searched that place. All right, anyone want to rumble? Again, I wonder if it's the rain maybe that's making them docile? I've never seen them this docile before. This is a good opportunity to get some relatively safe clearing done. Please don't hit the house with the... Don't hit that. Please don't hit the alarmed house. Do me a solid and just don't. I'm not interested in fighting fair in the slightest. There we are. Are these slowing you down? Yeah, those do slow you down. So that's where the grave is. If we did want to do some grave robbing to dig that up. And there's stuff in them, so, you know. Or at least there used to be, depending. Okay, smashy smash. Headless zombie. Okay, so over that direction, a regular, another headless, and there's that thorny. All right, well, let's do it, boys. Oh, our first dangerous thing of the day. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Zombie dogs are fast, very fast, and relatively dodgy. That is not something we would love to see. Are you aggroed on me? No. I'm not wearing my backpack, right? All right, I will engage that. Again, I'm trying to engage threats that are going to be really dangerous to me if they catch me out. Like, this is a controlled situation, right? Like, I know what I'm getting myself into. I'm in good shape. I'm not in pain. I don't have my backpack on, etc., etc. Yep. All right, we're not going to be able to outrun him, so beautiful. Mangled corpse, smash. Yeah, controlled, easy. If I get tired, we just leave. I'm in a little bit of pain, so I'm going to pop another aspirin. 3 headless zombies. Zombie child. Okay, now the thing about these headless zombies, they can't track me with anything, but they're still a zombie, and I would like to get rid of them. All right, come on, buddy. You know what might also be good? Next time we go do a drop-off, maybe let's build a couple of nail board traps. We'll just bring a couple to lay in the street here, where I don't have any terrain to work with. Oh, the grab. And he bleeds out. Lighter, multi-tool. Nothing I want. Okay, but that's gonna have to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I know I did. The Adventures of Larry here. And clearing out the street. A little bit of just a maintenance episode, let's call it. We did make that water. We did do a little bit of crafting. We're making some nice clearings here. I have a place I might be willing to sleep a little bit more comfortably tonight. Definitely not base material, but we got to get into some things that are not residential homes. We need some better loot from other places. But that'll have to be next time. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like. You know how to support the channel. Super chats, super thanks, memberships, Patreon. Check them out if you're interested. I appreciate all the support from everybody, and I'll catch you in the next one. Larry out.